Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and also as he's on arrival, Ranking Member Portman, proud to introduce two of President Biden's nominees for the Federal Retirement Thrift Investment Board, who are both from the great state of California. First, Stacie Olivares, who is a skilled business executive with a strong commitment to equity. She's a graduate of UC Berkeley and Harvard University, and she brings a long record of leadership in public service and service in the private sector. Ms. Olivares developed an expertise in global capital markets during her 5 years as executive director of the California Commission for Economic Development. Next, as a portfolio manager at Morgan Stanley, she focused on driving investments with strong returns while ensuring positive impacts in our communities. She continued that mission as the Chief Investment Officer for major funds, including the California Organized Investment Network, which helps drive economic growth with benefits for global equity. Recognizing her skill and insight, Governor Newsom appointed Ms. Olivares to serve on the board of the California Public Employees Retirement System in 2019. For those who may not know, CalPERS is the largest public pension fund in the country, responsible for more than $450 billion for 2 million members. In each of these positions, Ms. Olivares has proven that wise investments can and should align with our most important values. And she's also known for her mentorship in the Latino business community. As a board member of the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, she's worked to create networks for Latino industry leaders and pipelines for the next generation. She knows that diversity at every level is key to business success in the 21st century. So I'm very proud to support her nomination. Next out, also want to welcome Leona Bridges. Ms. Bridges is a graduate of San Francisco State University with an MBA from Golden Gate University. She's an experienced asset manager, having spent more than 2 decades as managing director at Barclays Global Investors, the world's largest asset manager. During that time, she was known for building relationships with civic and community organizations while overseeing complex global investments. Ms. Bridges also brings a long record of leadership as a public servant in San Francisco. She's a former director of the Municipal Transportation Agency, as well as a former commissioner for the San Francisco Parking Authority. Her work supported the city's economic development and its mission to build inclusive public services. Today, Ms. Bridges serves as a commissioner for the San Francisco Employees Retirement System, and she's also a dedicated advocate for higher education. As a member of the California State University Investment Advisory Committee, Ms. Bridges safeguards the public education of nearly 500,000 students. And she's also established a scholarship to give aid to students at her own alma mater. So I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting her nomination as well. Mr. Chair, we're lucky to hear from such a highly qualified group of nominees today. And on that final note, I ask unanimous consent to add several letters into the record from a bipartisan group of business leaders and stakeholders in support of the nomination of Javier Sade, who's also before us today.
All right, thank you, Senator. Without objection, those letters will be entered into the record.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the opportunity to introduce the nominees.